So it's going to be helpful for you if you want your listener to enjoy listening to the podcast. Here's a few tips that you ought to do. One, you just always got to make sure that they get the value. So you have to actually give them some piece of value that they can take away. Number two, use some stories. Use some stories. Talk about how you memorized this stand-up comedian's skit, and that will help it stick in the mind of your listener. If you use actual stories about your clients, actual stories about somebody who failed at something, somebody who won at something, somebody who succeeded or defied odds. These things stick. These things stay with us. They help us to remember. So the second one was using stories, utilizing stories in your podcast. The third one is the humor. It's really ultimately using that's what she said joke or a refrigerator joke or whatever joke you have. I think just being light and playful and having somebody laugh every now and again is a really helpful way to have them stay with you on the podcast. So there's just a couple of takeaways. Hopefully they are helpful. I want you to have great content. I want you to have content where your listener sticks with you, stays with you, and they are getting value. They are learning. They are growing. They do feel entertained. They do feel educated. They do feel like they came with and left with what they wanted to come and leave with. And then you go ahead and jump off at the end and let them know about your next episode. And my next episode is an interview episode. So every other episode, I actually have an interview episode where I go and find somebody who is going through what you're going through, might be just a little bit further ahead. And usually I'll ask them questions like, how did you learn this? How did you learn that? And every now and again, if they're in a newer position, I'll let them ask me questions. And I think you need a lot of that information and value as well. This episode is fairly short, so stick with us. Don't go anywhere. Listen to the next episode. It's an interview episode, and I got it ready for you. See you there.